Again and again, I'm going to ask you to think differently about photography and to rise above the obsession with the camera gear itself, which can be a real problem when you're just starting. Your camera is just a tool to tell stories. It's not an end-all in itself, so don't obsess over it. I want you to reprogram your mind to think about light and story first, to understand that you can actually control light and figure out how to use it no matter what the situation is that you find yourself in. And then once you figure that out, you'll know what to do with your camera. Remember first that a photograph is a communication from you to the viewer. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words, and generally before you sit down to write 1,000 words, you think a little bit about what you want to say. So I want you to constantly think about what the message is of the photos you want to take. When you're starting in photography, the message can be as simple and specific as, "We had fun today at the park," or "Wow, look how cute my kid is," or just "Look at this awesome landscape." But you're going to find that as you get deeper and deeper into photography, you will see that you can say things with photos in an instant that words could never fully convey. But it's still all about telling stories. An amazing thing about photography is that the photograph doesn't have to be an exact impression of real life. Using different tools and techniques, you can write many different stories with the light your camera is capturing. You can show the world very differently from how the human eye might casually see it. You can show people things in ways they have never seen before, even if they have seen it in person 1,000 times. But there is a big difference between taking pictures and being a professional at it. Just because you have a camera, it doesn't make you a professional photographer. Being a professional comes from learning and practice. Lots of both. So photography comes from the words photo, meaning light, and graphy, meaning writing. With photography, you write with light. In all the locations I'm going to show you on this course, I'm just kind of showing up with not really like a real plan or a real scout. I'm taking some photos to show you. So I'm going to look and see what the light is and how I can tell a visual story using it, and I want to show you some photos and what does or doesn't work about them. I'm pretty sure I'll get photos that I like and that I'm happy with and will work to show you with what I'm trying to teach you. I don't know if I'm going to get mind-blowingly great shots, but that's not going to let me stop from trying. My point is this: no matter what the natural lighting situation is, you can still get better photos by knowing how to really use your camera and not just leaving it in auto mode. So true photographers are experts in telling stories with their camera. Stories that transport the viewer to different locales, show them parts of the world and life that they never knew existed. But, and this is a big but, for a photograph to exist at all, one very important thing must have happened: that a surface which can record light is exposed to light. And this brings us to the subject of exposure. What is exposure, really?